or Justin Whitehead's factory stock 50. The J27 of Case going to lead him to the point, and we're underway off of 4. Hustling into 1 and 2 for the first time. Steele will take the low road into 1 and 2. They're 3 wide for third already down the back straightaway. The 5X of Mickey Steele works the hub. He'll work it well on the entry there for the first time. Who leads lap 1? It'll be Scotty Case. Scotty Case leads lap number 1 tonight. They hustle off into turns 1 and 2. Off of 2 down the back straightaway. The J27 of Scotty Case trying to get the biggest win of his racing career tonight. Put that forward power J27 out front, and he has been barking like a big dog all night. Down the front stretch he comes into turn number 1. Case. Still, it's the 3 Louisiana natives, 1, 2, and 3 right now, but here comes the Hooks Texan Brandon Brown. Brandon Brown out of Hooks Texas wants to throw his hat into the ring as well. Car number 32. He'll diamond up the exit of 4 to the inside of the 15 next to Dakota Wyatt, who sits third. As they're down the front stretch into 1, it's a log jam from 5th on back. Oaks up to 5th. Craig Oaks is up to the 5th position early. Dakota Wyatt just got snookered. But the 32 of Brandon Brown. Steps, and Brandon Brown's got a hot rod tonight. He's about to throw some sliders. Here he comes. And a slide job, maybe. Oh, boy. Yes, sir. And clears the front of the nose of the 5X of Mickey Steele. A slide job city. One slider deserves another. If you don't like what you just saw, you don't like dirt track racing too much. As Brandon Brown is booking it, he's on the move to the front. It'll be 5 laps scored this time by her. 6 laps scored, 44 remain here at Ark-La-Tex. And a Donnybrook Bruin. Been fantastic racing all night long. And there's a thin line there between love and hate as the J27 of Scotty Case nearly jumped the cushion in 1 and 2. Brandon Brown clearly appears to have the best hot rod right in front of the field. Case just lost the handle, could not corral it. Oh my. Scotty Case just lost the handle right in front of the field. And he is on the way to the Elvis Presley Boulevard to the Heartbreak Hotel. Everybody tippy-toeing around the outside of the racetrack, but Chris Hennigan showing right now that he can work the bottom. The outside line momentum taking the quick lane around the Ark-La-Tex Speedway right now as Craig Oaks has worked his way to 3rd. Oaks from 8th to 3rd early in this one. As Brandon Brown continuing to stretch his advantage out with the race lead of this 50-lap affair. And here comes Hennigan. Chris Hennigan. Doing Chris Hennigan things, working the hub and working it well. He has finished 2nd in this car too many times to count. And he is on it. Down the back straightaway trying to relegate the advances of the 5X of Mickey Steele. He'll roll down to the bottom of the racetrack again off of turn number 4. Here comes Hennigan. Last night's winner at Showtime in the modified main event. Down the front stretch into 1. TJ Evans from a B main as well. He sits inside of the top 5. Mickey Steele about to be a victim to drop out of the top 5. Here comes Evans now. TJ Evans is rolling tonight here at Ark-La-Tex. Down the front stretch into turn number 1 in a dandy. Out front by his lonesome is Brandon Brown. What can Brown do for you? If you're a Brandon Brown fan, he can take you right to victory lane. But he is going to have to hold on for 36 more of them this time by at the line. 4. Here comes Hennigan. Chris Hennigan. Bill Kitchen, and I used to always say, working that Chris Hennigan line, and Chris Hennigan's working his own line right now. Chris Hennigan is working the hub and working it well. He is one of the smoothest and more meticulous drivers. He will keep chipping away at it. It's not picking up yards, it's not picking up feet, but he is chipping away at the inches right now. But Oaks, too dominant up top. Craig Oaks down the back straightaway into turn number 3, continues to relegate the 100 of Chris Hennigan to 3rd. At the line this time, who's it going to be? It will be Oaks. Chris Hennigan going to the outside and take the 2nd spot away now from Craig Oaks. Chris Hennigan trying to give her rolling now. As up top hanging her out off of 432 leads. But Chris Hennigan going to try to live up to his moniker tonight. He has stepped to the outside of the racetrack. Has he been holding on to his tires just a little bit? And Craig Oaks is done. Craig Oaks, nope, sorry. Craig got out of the groove. I thought he broke. Craig got out of the groove there for a moment. As here comes Chris Hennigan to the inside for the race lead. Not going to work that outside line momentum too much right now up top. They'll go back to the outside of the Ark-La-Tex Speedway and start the tire tracks as Dalton Faulkner now going to take the Chris Hennigan line. Off of 2 down the backstretch. Chris Hennigan going to go to the bottom side of the racetrack and show some love. He just wants to maybe try to rattle the 32 of Brandon Brown as they'll roll down the boulevard back into 1. Hennigan will go to the bottom of the racetrack this time into 1 and 2. And Craig Oakes has got his hands full with the 101 car now. And Neil Kemp all of a sudden is inside of the top 4. Neil Kemp is up to 4th in Club 20. Slicing into 1 and 2 on the restart. Faulkner leaves room for Hennigan up top. He'll skate away in the 100 down the back straightaway. Hennigan, his best shot will have to be on these restarts. He'll have to drive it deep off into the corner and try to throw a slider on Brandon. Alpha 4, the outside line momentum works, and Hennigan is there. What's going to happen? Who's it going to be? If Faulkner drives it deep off into the corner that time off the exit of 2, and he may have just found something. May have found the way he can drive her off in there. He ain't selling it cheap. As Hennigan drives it down to the bottom, here comes Winnigan Hennigan. Down the boulevard, they head back into 1. It's heating up with 8 to go next time, and Brandon Brown just jumped the cushion nearly. A mistake, the first mistake of the race, and Chris Hennigan's putting the pressure on him. That's exactly what he wants to do, is put the pressure on Brandon, make him overdrive his car, and here comes Hennigan, but Brandon still leads. Chris going to continue to drive his car deep up into the corner and show the nose of the 32. Hello, how you doing? Down the back straightaway, Brandon feels pretty good now. Skates and uses that high side momentum to his advantage. He rockets into turn number 3. Tippy-toeing around the outside of the racetrack. And he is just starting to hit his marks again. If Brandon can hit his marks and continue to do it, it's going to be tough to get up there. You have to throw a slider on him and take his line away. Into 3 and 4. Hennigan will drive down to the low side again off of turn number 4 and show the nose to the 32. Was not working. It's not working. Into 1. He'll go back down to the bottom into 1 and 2. Hello, Brandon. How you doing? Brandon's cooking it. Still up top. Neil Kemp trying to catch this lead trio. Neil Kemp trying to catch the lead trio. Now is the 27, putting the pressure on Hennigan. And he got into the left rear, just a little bit slight kiss of contact. A slight kiss of contact there. And Chris Hennigan had to have felt the pressure. 2 laps to go this time by, and Brandon Brown's got to drive the best final 2 circuits of his racing career right now for $4,000. As Chris Hennigan's going to make him earn it. Brown up top where Grandpa keeps the good bourbon, down the back straightaway. This time by, it'll be the white flag coming out this time for the Hooks Texas Racer. And the Outlaw Chassis Best Engines powered number 32. And the Thompson Motorsports RaceOnTexas.com Hadaway Towing and Collision. Wilson's Automotive number 32 for the final time down the back straightaway. He'll be a happy camper and a fired up customer. Into 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, dominates tonight at Ark-La-Tex. Brandon Brown with his second crown jewel of his racing career here at Ark-La-Tex tonight. Y'all be sure to give him some noise when he climbs out here in just a second. The reigning 67 Speedway Texarkana track champion, 11 wins a year ago. This is the biggest one. Give it up for him, race fans. Brandon Brown at 32. Hey. Feels good, doesn't it?
Hell yeah. Excuse my language.
Hey, you drove a flawless race tonight, Brandon, man. You had it cooking up top. You never budged off the top shelf other than one time you had to dive through lap traffic. You got to know at the back of your mind, Chris Hennigan's down there working at the bottom of the racetrack. You got to your mind that Chris, one of the best to ever do it.
Man, I was worried about them restarts. Chris is really good, and I knew he'd drive me clean, and I could see him there, but I just held my line and did what I had to do.
What are you telling yourself behind the car just to hit your marks? I mean, you have the car that can win this race, obviously. It had to feel pretty good from where you were sitting. You only made one mistake, I think. It was like on lap 46. You bobbled in the entry to 1 and 2. They picked up the slack on you. What were you thinking at that juncture of the race?
I just didn't want to make a mistake that they could reveal on.
How much does this mean to you, Brandon? I know, obviously, your emotion says a lot, but, you had a great, stellar performance last season. 2018 was a great year for you. But to win one of these races, I know you've won the SmackDown before, but, man, this has to be up there.
Man, this is up there. I've wanted to win here so bad. I've never won at Ark-La-Tex. It's the first time, and it's a big race.
Seriously?
That's it.
Wow. Your first time ever. Does it feel as good as you thought it would?
Got 4 seconds to Justin Whitehead, and he's standing right there.
It's, I guess, for the Outlaw Stable and Best Engines, I guess that combo, again, is victorious here in Vivian. Let's hear about all the great folks that help you out in the race car.
Man, Club 20, this thing's on dig. Best Engines, it runs flawless. Pro 1 transmission built me a brand new transmission. I just put it in Thursday. My help being A&T Delivery, Thompson Motorsports for putting the show on, Outlaw Race Cars, Justin, my wife, my kid, everybody. This is a good one.
You could park the car right now. You'd probably be happy the rest of the year, but I know you're not going to let that happen. We'll see you back here for the Cajun Classic later in the year and for the 10th. Great run tonight, man. Very well deserved. Congratulations on your first ever win at Ark-La-Tex for 4,000 tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon Brown scores his first ever win tonight at Ark-La-Tex, and he gets 4,000 for his effort.